Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's solve this question together. Now look at this beautiful question on the board. Now let's mean that m to the power of 3 plus m is equal to what? 520. We are asked to look for the value of m. Now if you are watching this particular video on my page, you know I've told you what you are going to do on this question. This is m to the power of 3 plus m equals to what? 520. Now our first step, what you're going to do in this problem is to subtract what? 520 from both sides of the equation. Let's do that quickly. So we're going to have this is what? M to the power of what? M to the power of what? M to the power of 3, okay? Then plus what? Plus m, okay? Minus what? 500 and what? 20. If you subtract this from both sides, all this will be equals to what? 0. Right? Wow. This is pocket genius, right? Amazing. I love this. Now, at this point, what you're going to do, remember I've taught you guys about what factors. The factors are numbers that divide exactly without what? Any remainder. Now, what are the factors of what? 520. We know that one of the factors of 520 is what? Is 60 what? 65, right? Why is it that 65 is a factor of 520? 65 is a factor of 120 because 65 can go into 520. That's the reason why 65 is a factor of what? 120. But the other number must be a perfect square. Okay, so 65 minus 64 will give us 1. Okay, now what we are going to do here, we are not wrong in any way, my brothers and sisters. Look at the amazing thing we are going to do here. That means in place of this m we are seeing the coefficient of m here is 1. We can write it as what? M to the power of what? M to the power of what? 3. Okay, m to the power of what? 3. Okay, are you seeing this 65? We can write as what? Plus what? Plus 65m. Okay, then minus 64 what? M. Okay, then minus what? 500 and what? 20. All this equals to what? 0. Because 65m minus 64m is going to give us m. Wow, this is amazing. Now, do you know that we are not also wrong? If you decide to write 65m minus 64m as m to the power of what? 3, okay, minus 64m, okay, 64 what? M, okay, plus 65 what? M, okay, then minus 500 and what? 20. All this equals to what? 0. Wow, this is amazing. Now let's look at our left hand side. What is common? You can see that we're having m to the power of 3 and we're having m here. So we can observe that m is common. We can bring out that m is common into m to the power of 3 divided by m will give us what? M square, right? Then 64m divided by m give us what? 60 what? 64, right? We'll close the parenthesis. Now let's observe from here. We can see that 65 is a factor of 520. So since 65 is a factor of 120, we can say that 65 can go to this how many times? 1 time. And 65 can also go into this how many times? 9 times. So what that this is what? Plus what? 65 is common. Okay, into 65m divided by 65 give us what? M. Then minus 520 divided by 65 give us what? Minus what? 9. All this equals to what? 0. Wow. This is pocket genius, right? Amazing. I love this. Excellent. Now, I want you to understand something very interesting in this video. That you have a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2. This by definition of difference of 2 square. This is equals to what? Into a plus what? B into what? A minus what? B. This is what? Difference of 2 square. Do you know we can do amazing thing as here we are having 64? Because no index found as 64 can also be seen as what? 9. Sorry, this is 8. This divided by this will give you a sorry for that. This is what? 8. Okay, because 64 you are seeing here can also be seen as what? Can also be seen as what? 8 to the power of 2, because 8 to the power of 2 is 64, not 9. Sorry for that, please. Okay, then I want to have this as what? M, okay, into m square, okay, minus what? 8 to the power of 2. 8 to the power of 2 represents 64. Then we'll close the parenthesis, plus what? Plus 65, okay, into what? Into m, okay, minus what? 8. All this equals to what? 0. Now let's take our difference of 2 square from here. So this is anything as what? M, okay, into m plus what? Plus 8, okay, into m, okay, minus what? 8, okay, plus what? Plus 65 into m minus what? 8, okay. All this equals to what? 0. Now let's observe from this question. You can see that something is common. What is common? We're having m minus 8 here. We're having m minus 8 here. So you can see that into m minus 8 is common at both sides. Okay, then into, if we divide the whole of this by this will cancel out this. We will left with what? M into what? M plus what? Plus 8. Okay, if you divide the whole of this by this, we're going to have what? Plus what? 65. Okay, all this equals to what? 0. Oh my goodness, this is amazing, right? Now let's open the parenthesis here. So what that this is what into m, okay, minus 8, okay, into m times m will give us what m square, right? M multiplied by 8 will go to have plus what 8 what 8m plus what plus 65, all this is equals to what 0. Now take note, remember that when the product of two terms is equals to 0, it means that each of them is equals to 0. You can see that both of them are equals to 0. So we can see that m minus 8 is equals to what 0, or m square, okay, plus what 8m, okay, plus what 65 is equals to what 0. Now this is what linear equation. This is what quadratic what equation. By adding 8 to both sides, we see that our m is equals to what 8. This is one of the value of what m. But this is quadratic equation. How are we going to have the value of n here? Remember that quadratic equation have 4 ways of solving. 1, factorization method. 2, formula method. Then 3, complete the square. 4, graphical method of solving it. But today in this video, but another question we're going to ask ourselves, can this question be factorized? No. If that's the case, what are we going to do? Let's use what? Quadratic what? Formula. We state that m, let me remove this from here. We state that m, okay, m is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of what? B square, okay, minus 4ac divided by what? 2a. Now this is what quadratic what? Formula. From this place, that means our a is equals to what? 1, because the coefficient of m square is 1. Then our b is equals to what? Our b is equals to what? 8. And our c is equals to what? 60 what? 5. It means that our n will be equals to what? Minus what? Minus 8 plus minus the square root of what? The square root of what? Into 8 square, okay, minus what? Minus 4 multiplied by 1, because a is 1, multiplied by what? 60 what? 65 divided by 2 into what? 2 into 1, because our a is 1. It means that our m is equals to minus 8 plus minus the square root of what? 8 to the power of 2 simply means 8 times a, which is what? 60 what? 64, okay. Now minus 4 times 1 is going to give us minus 4. Then minus 4 times 65 going to give us what? Going to give us what? Minus what? Minus 200 and what? 260, okay, divided by what? 2. That means our m will be equals to minus 8 plus minus the square root of what? Now 64 minus 260 going to give us what? Minus what? Minus 100 and what? 196 divided by what? 2. Wow. Now what are we going to do? So that means our m is equals to minus 8 plus minus the square root of what? Let's remember one of the properties of surd. Okay, that means if you are going to obey one of the properties of surd, that means this is sentence as minus 1 multiplied by root what? 100 and what? 96 divided by what? 2. It means that our m is equals to what? Minus 8 plus minus 1 root what? Minus 1 multiplied by, what is the square root of 196? The square root of 196 is what? Is 14 divided by what? 2. Okay. Now what that means from here, I can simplify this further, right? So root minus 1 times this is going to give us what? This is going to give m is equals to minus 8 plus minus what? Plus minus what? 14 root what? Root minus 1 divided by what? 2. Now since the denominator here is affecting 8 and affecting 14, so we can do something amazing. So that means our m will be equals to minus 8 divided by 2 plus minus what? Root minus 1, sorry, plus minus what? 14 root minus 1 divided by what? 2. It means that our m is equals to minus 4 plus minus 7 root what? Root minus 1. But I want you to understand this. I heard about equals identity. Now let's work with what equals what? Identity. Equals identity state that e to the power what? E to the power of I pi, okay, plus 1 is equals to what? 0. It means that minus 1 is equals to e to the power what? I what? Pi. This is one of the properties of what? Equals what? Identity. You know, equals identity is one of the beautiful part of what? Mathematics, okay. But take note that root minus 1 is equals to what? I, which is complex number. But equals identity make it very simple and interesting for us. You see that all the fundamental aspects are here: the e, the I, the pi, the 1, the 0. So this is what equals what? Identity. Are you seeing this minus 1 here? So we are not wrong in any way if you decide to write e to the power of I pi in place of minus 1. As you can see, that minus 1 is equals to what? E to the power of I pi. It means that our m, okay, okay, is equals to minus 4 plus minus what? 7 what? 7 root what? E to the power what? I what? Pi. Now, are you seeing plus minus 1 plus minus 7 root e to the power of I pi? It means that our n will be equals to what? Minus 7 plus 7 root what? E to the power what? I pi okay, or our m is equals to minus what 4 minus 7 root what e to the power what I what pi. And don't forget that from here that our m is equals to what 8. So you can write it from here that our m is equals to what 8, which is one of the solution. And second solution m2 is equals to what minus 4 plus what plus 7 root what root e to the power what I pi. And the third solution is equals to minus 4 minus 7 root what e to the power what I what pi. Now when m is equals to 8 is the real solution that satisfies this equation. But what about when m is equals to what minus 4 plus 7 root what e to the power of I pi? Our m equals to what minus 4 minus 7 multiplied by e to the power of I pi is equal to what e to the power of I pi. These are complex solution, but when m is equals to 8 is the only real solution that satisfy this equation. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate. You want to like, comment, and so share video to loved ones so others will learn from it. Please, if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe to this channel so that another exciting video will notify. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye bye.